So this is from 1966, or late 65 really. It's a Fender Jazzmaster, factory original, Candy Apple Red metallic finish. Probably the most common of Fender's custom color, but also the most common because it's one of the best looking colors. Love that contrast, the red and the white pickguard. And this is kind of version 2 of Candy Apple Red as well. So it is the kind of red stain over the gold undercoat, as opposed to like the pre-CBS Candy Apple Red was like a silver undercoat with the red stain on top. So this is the gold one, so it ends up being kind of a little more richer red, a really beautiful shade. And of course, it's got the matching headstock. Matching headstock shows up on offset guitars, so Jazzmaster, Jaguar, Jazz Bass, you know, the Six, that kind of stuff, with the offset waist from 1962 to 1970. You might find a very special Strat or Tele made for the NAMM show, but apart from that, pretty much just offset guitars that have the matching headstocks for custom colors, not including blonde. So we were just joking about this when Riggs came in. We pulled it out and we were guessing what the weight was. They were thinking it was heavier because the bodies of these Jazzmasters end up being a little bit heavier. They end up being kind of body heavy, but it's actually a really lightweight example. It's 8 pounds even. So a really nice feel. You can play this one at a gig for a long time. It's also a factory wide fret guitar. So you start seeing wide frets in kind of mid to late 65. And you could get either wide frets or the, you know, kind of earlier style skinnier frets. This happens to be the original wide frets, which is really, really nice. And then I noticed when I picked it up and played it, I was like, wow, this is a pretty fat neck. We measured it 90 hundredths of an inch at the first fret, tapering all the way up to 94 at the 12th. So about as fat of a Fender neck as I've ever measured. I think my Broadcaster is probably slimmer than that from 1950. So a nice fat feeling neck, 1 5/8" at the nut, standard nut width. And here's the neck heel with the ink stamp for not being the day, not the day of the month, but actually the model code for Jazzmaster during that time period. NOV November 6/5, 1965, and then B, standard neck width of 1 5/8". Yeah, so it's a really nice playing example. I got it from the son of its longtime owner. We don't know if he was the original owner or not. He just knows his dad had had it a long time. His dad had passed away a decade ago and left him a couple of really cool guitars. And I'm still hoping to get the other two. It was like a Rickenbacker, and there was one other that I really liked, and maybe he'll want to sell those in the future too. But for now, I was happy to get this one. And the guy, it was a cool story because he runs a fireworks stand, and he wanted to get some money together to buy up some fireworks for the July 4th season coming up. So he sold this Jazzmaster to fund his business. And so I think that's fantastic. Happy to hear that the money is going to support his family like that. So yeah, I called in my friend Riggs to play it for us. Show us how it sounds. So that's the late 65 or early 1966, really. Fender Jazzmaster, factory original Candy Apple Red, got the Dotson binding, you know, that kind of short time period, late 65, early 66, right before they went to the blocks. My name is John. My shop's called True Vintage Guitar. I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama, and we sell vintage collectible guitars exclusively. So if you want to check out some other guitars, you can click the link below to the website, to the inventory there. Mostly solid body electrics and semi-hollows, and then every once in a while a little acoustic mixed in there. That player's name was Riggs Taylor. There's a link to his YouTube channel down below. You can follow us both on Instagram if you want to kind of see live updates, the new stuff coming in, sometimes guitar safaris. I travel all over the world to buy these vintage guitars, and so if you do want to see more videos, hit subscribe. We'd love to have you. Thanks for watching.